My only hope at bringing him back to normal is by showing him the joy of the 2020 summer Lego Star Wars sets. But I have one question for you. How am I supposed to afford this? Hello boyos, Rich Boy J here, back up with another video, and this is going to be my review of the Death Star Final Duel set of 2020. This is set number 75291. It has 775 pieces, and it is retailing for $99.99 US dollars. This is the front of the box, and this is the back of the box. Now let's check out the minifigures. The set includes 5 total figures. It has 2 of these Royal Guards. Not really too much new to talk about here. Actually, not really anything new to talk about here. It's a standard updated Lego Royal Guard figure. It's the standard updated Lego Royal Guard figure. Still pretty nice design. Like I said, not really too much to talk about at all. The Palpatine figure is pretty nice. I love this figure from the old set. I think they have improved it by including the new hood piece in it. I know some people have said they don't like it. I like it. I think not having the neck connected is really nice. It's honestly weird that it took Lego so long to make that correction to it, but I do think that is an improvement to this figure. Other than that, it's the same Palpatine that we've been getting pretty recently with the tan head. He does have a reverse face with a less angry face, just a standard kind of stoic, maybe slightly angry face. This is a super raging angry face. Next up, we have Luke Skywalker, and this is just the Luke from the last Final Duel set. Nothing has changed about him. My general take on this set is that they really could have done a bit more to incentivize people who maybe had the old version to get this one, and I think one of the ways they could have done that is to have included the Luke with the flap down. That's actually kind of an expensive figure. It was in the Ewok village, and I think in like a couple watches or something like that, but that would have been just a nice thing to change up the figures in this set. Just give the Luke, I don't know, something different, give people more reason to want to get this one if they have the other one that came out in 2015. And speaking of which, the Vader, they get that right. That's the interesting thing. The Vader, they included arm printing, which is just so awesome. I love that they did that so much. Like, if there's a figure, there's an iconic figure that deserves arm printing, it is definitely Darth Vader. I feel like with this set, we officially have the definitive Lego Darth Vader. I know there's still people out there who don't like the new helmet. I personally love the new helmet. I think it is certainly an improvement over the old one. And now that Vader has arm printing, like, this figure really could not get much better. So I love this figure so much. The arm printing looks incredible. It's basically like he has silver like shoulder pads and then like the silver stripes going down. It's kind of hard to see. There's a bit of a glare. Let's see if I can get a better shot of that. Maybe you can tell right there. Yes, that lovely, lovely arm printing. I do really appreciate that they decided to include that. I think if they didn't include the arm printing Vader in this set, it would be a hard sell, I think, for people to want to buy this set. But let's talk about this set. The first thing that goes through everyone's mind when they see this is, wow, this is very similar to the last one we got. And it is. There are some improvements to it. I think it is certainly better than that last set. One interesting thing is they basically swapped these two sections around. So the balcony right here was on this side in the old set, and then the pit that Palpatine falls down was on this side on the old set. So they swapped that. I don't know if that's more accurate to the actual design of the room. I would assume it is. Or maybe they literally just changed it just to make the set just easily discernible, just mirror the set. There you go, it's different now. I don't know, there are still more things that are different about it. They've added far more detail in this little section out here, which I think is kind of nice, and they've added 2 screens around Palpatine that I think also look really good. But I'm torn on this set, because the original set I don't think was bad. I think the original set was very good, and they've made improvements on it. So by definition, like, this can't be a bad set. If they've made improvements to what I thought was a good set, then this is at least a good set. But I don't know how I feel about Lego doing this. Like, when it comes to vehicles, I can understand them, mostly reusing designs, like not really changing things up, especially if they've really honed in on the design they really like. Because vehicles, you don't really have much freedom with. You have the design of the vehicle, and that's pretty much it. I feel like with these location-based sets, you just have more freedom to try new things with them. And I don't know if I necessarily like the precedent that they can just take a set, make minor improvements to it, and then just re-release that one. Like, I really would have appreciated, even if it was a worse set, I don't know, if they just tried something new with this location. I think that just would make this a much more interesting set. But let's talk a little bit more about the set. It actually opens up just like the last one, so you can basically pull these two side sections out. Oh crap, I'm knocking stuff over again. And then you basically pull the entrance out, so you have a bit of a walkway to the stairs, and then you have, of course, the main throne where Palpatine sits, and these two side sections. If we want to look at the two side sections, this one's probably my favorite one, because like I said, it's the one where the Emperor gets thrown down the shaft, and you can do that. Well, I don't know, if he has his lightning, maybe you can't. But yeah, you can throw him, get in there. There you go. Throw the Emperor in the shaft. It's pretty cool. There's also some stickers on the inside, just to represent a little bit of detail in there. The guardrails, I think, are also a pretty nice touch to it. On the other side, you have this balcony. It basically can collapse if you move this back. It falls down. I don't know, kind of cool, kind of a fun thing. Just have Vader up here, have Luke come in with this lightsaber, just slash. Oh, crap. Plot twist. Vader doesn't fall off. I did not see that happening. There's also kind of a cool play feature here. There's basically, I'm going to take his lightsaber away. So if you set Luke in here, right, there's this little launching pad that you can use to basically try to get him on the balcony. You're gonna have a long time trying to actually get him to land on the balcony, but it's kind of cool. It's a play feature. It's fun. Similar to the old set, you also have this section right here where you can just make the stairs crumble. Lots of play features in this set. I mean, all of this is pretty much what we got in the last set, but they're good play features. Like, how can I complain, But if you move this lever down, the stairs, holy, I did not expect that to fly off so fast. But yeah, the stairs basically fly off of this. Pretty fun play feature. I can imagine a kid just having a blast with all the little bits and things that can fly off and move on this set. So all of that, I think, is very good. I did want to focus a little bit more on the throne section, because I think the screens that they've included on either side of Palpatine's throne look pretty cool. I don't really remember them from the movie. I want to assume they're there, because why else would Lego throw these in here? And they look nice. It's a nice, just touch of color to bookend both sides of him. And the fact that they're at an angle, I think, also makes it look nice, because it's kind of parallel to these two side sections. One kind of interesting thing about this set is they actually include Palpatine's gold lightsaber. I actually don't even know where it is. I probably threw it out of my sight whenever I saw it, because Palpatine does not have a lightsaber in episode 6. That was never the intention of that character. Still irks me that they gave him one in episode 3. But yeah, guys, in my headcanon, Palpatine never had a lightsaber, so it was just kind of funny that they threw one in the set for whatever reason. I do like the improvements they made to these sections right here. I'm not really sure what's the function of these, but they added this little dish in here that I think just makes this look even nicer than it did before on the old set. I love the fact that, when you think of the Death Star, you think pretty monochromatic colors, grays, blacks, dark grays, but they've really done a good job including multiple colors in this set. You have the red screens, like I said, that bookend either side of Palpatine. You have these shiny trans blue pillars right here. Those just look really nice. And then, of course, up front, you have this nice dark red entrance to the room, which is great. Like, I love those things. Like, this is a very visually appealing set for sure. One of my critiques about this set that I don't know if a lot of people would agree with me is I think this set would probably be better off if this section was not here. I think even if they just made the back, like if they kept this at $100, if they just expanded upon this section in the back and removed this, I think it might be a better set, honestly. Like, when I'm looking at this set, this kind of just gets in the way. Like, if I want to play with it, if I want to access everything in here, I kind of have to play with it from an angle because this is in the way, and it doesn't, well, it's not, it can come off, it's not supposed to come off, which I think is kind of unfortunate. I think this would be a better set if this just wasn't here, and they either made it cheaper, which would be great, or they just use those pieces to add more detail into the back sections. I don't know, do you guys agree with that? I mean, this isn't a bad looking section. I think it looks really cool, but just in the terms of this playset, it seems to do nothing more than get in the way, in my opinion. And that's going to finish up the video today, guys. I hope you enjoy checking out the Death Star Final Duel review. Like I mentioned earlier, I mean, this is a great set. They've made improvements to what I thought was a very good set. So just objectively, I think it's a very good set. It just doesn't sit well with me that they took an old set, and just they kept so much of it similar to the newest version of it. Like with ships, I can kind of understand. With location-based sets, I would have liked if they maybe tried something a bit new with this set. That's probably my biggest issue with it. Even if they included just a different assortment of minifigures, the fact that this comes with the exact same collection of figures, some of them have updates, but it's the same characters, the exact same slate of figures in the set, I think also is a detriment. They maybe could have included some of Palpatine's dignitaries, the purple guys. That would have been even a cool way to differentiate the set from the last one. But I'd love to know your guys' opinion on it. Like, are you of the opinion that if it's not broken, don't fix it? Like, why change what was already a very good set? Or would you too have preferred to see them try something new with this set? I can't say there's very much wrong with this one, but there's just something familiar about it. Too familiar. I don't want it.